Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And we've been recording 4 seconds and nothing's been happening. We're going to have to trim this bit.
Cheer. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
We welcome young Mr. Evan McDermott from Third Degree Gurns.
Oh, thank you. It's an honour to be here in my bedroom.
Are you at least wearing pants?
No.
Good. When was the last time you put pants on?
A few months before the lockdown, actually. So.
Nothing's changed much, do you?
Nothing's changed. I keep reading about it, I'm not sure. But yeah.
When did you learn to read?
It's all pictures. Pop-up news, it's called.
So we've met your wonderful band on this channel.
Lovely. They're so lovely. Especially Gareth.
And of course you've got the single out now, Classy Man.
Classy Man. It's our first single. It's like I don't know, I guess you call it a soft release because we're not really promoting it that much until the video's out. As we don't want the masses of audiences to be sick of it by the time we release the video. So
I've listened to it, I've bought it, and I don't think it's possible to be sick of it. It's a wonderful song. It makes sense. Yeah, I bought it. Google it.
You did not. I need to find the password to that thing and see. That's great.
Spent 99p on that shit.
Thank you very much. I'll transfer it, you know.
I'm just what?
That's so cool. That's cool. Yeah. I think the best part of Classy Man it's a very small victory, but like when you're at this level in a band and you've not particularly got a following yet, you're used to your friends listening to it. It's cool and they like it. But one of my friends said he was going down the stairs the other day and his dad had it playing on the speakers without like anyone asking to, and that was like a nice little that means someone's listening to it and is genuinely liking it. So hopefully there's more of them to come.
In fact, that's a good place to start this whole interview because you've been in a few bands now.
Have
played plenty of gigs. I've been up to you. What would you say is your biggest achievement so far in music? That's a bit of a big question to just dump on you there, I suppose.
I'd say, honestly, still doing it.
Just what do you mean?
Still doing it because, like, every band that I've been in now, the majority of the people who have been in them with aren't doing it anymore.
All right, so just persevering.
Yeah, there's a lot of like, I think because I've kind of stopped and started. It's like this is my third proper band now that I'm in. So like to be doing the exact same things the third time in a row, it's sometimes it's like, oh shit, is this actually going anywhere? But then with this one, it feels like it is actually going somewhere because it's a very nice feeling in this one. But yeah, I think just actually, like not getting bored of it by now because I get bored of things quite easily normally. I can't say I've never properly completed a video game that much, so. Well, apart from that, a more realistic one. These Battle of the Bands that I've been doing, these have been a really good achievement. These have, the thing like it gives people an opportunity to play in front, and it gives all the bands a fair audience, which I really like about that.
So tell us, is it the last Tuesday of the month?
Last Tuesday of every month, yeah. We do a Battle of the Bands at Atma, or Peer Hat, if we get there instead. And it's I like to think it's a bit different because obviously we put you, a host on, and like the main point of it, because I kind of have to take the role of promoter for these because it's just like booking a room, and the main point of it is that like it's not just put 3 bands on and just let them play and have nothing to do with it and just sit there at the desk on my phone. Like the main part of it is that like try and make sure the audiences are still engaged with all the bands, even if they're there to see them or not, and try and give everyone a fair audience. So I think in the future, I've been thinking, I don't know how to do it, but it'd be nice to put in a sort of way where it's like, you can only really vote if you watch all the bands. Otherwise, it doesn't seem fair.
That's fair. That is fair. Yeah. Like maybe you stop giving out the voting forms after a certain point, or before the band starts.
Yeah. Or like,
and then obviously we're going to collect them at the very end as well.
Yeah, that'd be a good way. There must be a system where you could do it that way, because it just feels like if you come down and you know that you're already like your friend's band, and then you just stand outside getting drunk and then come back in when it's over and vote for that friend's band, it doesn't feel like a fair competition then. It feels like a popularity contest, and that's not really place should be doing.
You still get that sweet cash.
They'll get this £2 a ticket, you know, it's rolling in it.
The fact it's £2 a ticket is brilliant as well, because there's so many gigs and stuff that even like independent gigs that are local bands and no one's really ever heard of them, which are £7, £10, and that annoys me a little bit.
I think that is silly. I think especially when you feel like if you're asking your friends to come and watch you and you're asking for £8 off them, it's like. But then again, you got to think a lot of the times it's not the bands, is it? It's the promoters.
Yeah.
If you've got like a venue and then a promoter and then the band, then this somewhat middleman promoter has to like skim off their bit of money, so the ticket prices have to go up. So the difference with these things is that we as a band literally just book the room, and then if the room was free, the gig would probably be free, really. It'd be like £1 or something. The only reason we make it's £2 a ticket because we're not going to spend £60 a time just to play and for our bands to play. That would be unrealistic. And like most of the time, it does make quite a bit. But like the last gig we did, it barely made the amount that we had to pay for the room. It was so close to like going out of pocket for it.
But the winning band also gets a cash payment as well at the end, don't they?
There's a kind of stipulation with that. I tell all of the bands that the prize will be better the more effort we put into the gig. So so let's say the room cost me like £50 to rent, and then the gig makes £50. Then there's not really a prize then, because there's no prize there. So the more effort that gets put into the night, the better the night's going to be for all people involved, if you get what I mean. The more responsive audience you've got a better competition going on. And the more audience is there means the better the prize is going to be.
That's fair.
Because
I know you've put your own money into raffle prizes and those kind of things.
A few times, that's happened. We tried to do raffles as well.
Plus all the tickets, all the printing, all the pens, all the arranging stuff you do yourselves.
It does, yeah. And sometimes it does end up costing us a bit of money. It's always worth it because it gets us out there. But it's we've all like, because our band we met in college. We've finished that now, so this is literally just a thing we're doing. Hopefully, as full time. So as much as you don't want to think about it as a business, you have to think, I can't go doing these gigs and losing £50 a time, because then the band's just not going to survive, is it really? Especially when we've got other stuff like recording and stuff we want to be doing.
Exactly. Support local music.
Exactly. Support local music.
Hashtag support local music. Local music.
But yeah, that's what I think about it.
Well, I've been hosted a couple of times at these events, and I can say that the crowd is really, really good for independent music and for unsigned artists and stuff. I think I was there when there was about 100 people in there, probably about 90 people.
Yeah, it was great.
It was phenomenal. It was brilliant. Like really, really good atmosphere, and they stayed till the last band, till you guys.
Right. Well, yeah. They basically stayed until you said, "Right, go home now."
I left before most of them did.
Which is great. That's such a good feeling. But then again, there has been times when it's gone the complete opposite of that, and like.
There's always going to be times like that.
And sometimes it's just a case of no one wants to go. Bands can promote as much as they want to, but if no one wants to go because just no one can be bothered, then no one can go. But it's just one of those things. You can tell, like, for any gig you're doing though, as a band, you need to be putting in the work before it, other than just going and expecting, like a massive audience there. I think everyone needs to put in a certain amount of work, and then it all pays off. Like those times when there's been an audience there, it's not something that we've done. It's the fact that every single band has put, and every member of every band has been promoting it for quite a while beforehand. Which meant that even if everyone's brought 2 people, that's what's added up to such a large amount of people.
That's great. That's very wise. You should get that on a t-shirt.
It's a bit long.
It'll be dead good. Something a bit more poetic than what I did. Right. Well, I've actually prepared a little bit of a pop quiz for you, if you're ready to take on 5 questions.
Yeah.
And at the end of however many of these interviews I'm going to be doing with people, there will be a prize for the person who gets the highest score.
Awesome.
I don't know what the prize is yet. About 4 seconds ago.
We're on computers, so I promise I'm not going to Google any of these.
I'll hear the typing. You've got. If you want me, I'll time you.
No,
I know you can't Google things. In fact, just put both your hands up.
I didn't start typing with my toes.
1, so you're not typing. 2, because I know you're not touching yourself, which is always a risk when talking to you. So, Evan, are you ready for your
I'm
5
ready.
questions?
I'm ready for
Okay.
questions.
Imagine you're in like the hot seat. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? The lights come down. Question 1. How many members of the Ramones originally had the surname Ramone?
3.
No, it was 0.
What?
It was all pseudonyms. None of them were actually called Ramone. I actually wrote the question before I knew the answer to that, and I was surprised when I found out.
I didn't think they were going to be that hard. I thought it was going to be like, what flavour of Walker's Crisp is blue?
No, they're all music quick. I've done these especially for you. You prepared
Okay.
yourself for the before, so I'm jumping on that. Question 2.
Question 2. I'm going to get 0, aren't I? I'm going to get 0, right?
What year was the first Download Festival in the UK?
That depends, because it used to be called Monsters of Rock, didn't it? So does that count?
It depends what year you put, because I've only got one answer.
I'm going to go 2004.
2003.
Oh.
Okay, you get bonus point if you can name either of the 2 headliners.
Of the 2003 one? Oh, God, I've never seen
That's
any.
something. There was 2 headliners, 2 huge bands.
I'm just trying to think who's popular around that time.
I mean, one of them was popular many, many years before, like an 80s band. Give you a bit of a clue there.
Right. Can I give you a few? Can I have 3 guesses? And I think one of them might be right.
That's 3 guesses. If you get one of them, you get a point.
Right. My first guess is Iron Maiden.
That's right!
Yeah, that's because they play Download every single year. It may as well be called Iron Maiden Festival featuring others.
that was a fair shot for a bonus point. So, Kessie, you got 1 out of 3 so far.
Alright, Linkin Park?
No, you've done. You've got the point. It's fine. The other one was Audio Slave.
Oh, okay.
I would have been surprised if you got Audio Slave, but
Is that the Chris Cornell band?
Hmm?
That was like a super group on it with Chris Cornell.
yeah,
Yeah. Ah, bless.
and Jane's Addiction. Yeah,
That wasn't one of my guesses, so I never would have got that.
but you got Iron Maiden. Doesn't matter. You got the point. It's fine.
There we go. Got 1 point. There we go.
Your hero, I believe, not me, Axl Rose,
Yeah.
once declared that he wanted a statement written on his coffin.
Oh, I've got a clue. I don't know.
It's a multiple choice question, okay? So was it A, sometimes your friends are your lovers? Was it B, when the going gets tough, the tough get an Uzi? Was it C, life sucks, but in a beautiful kind of way?
That one.
D,
That
sorry,
It's C. Life sucks, but in a beautiful kind of way.
It wasn't, mate.
Is it not?
It's sorry, I'm late.
Oh. Oh, no, it was, man.
Is your hero? I thought. Never mind. Okay, question 4. The wonderful prize of nothing so far. What was the title of Arctic Monkeys' debut album?
Whatever people say I'm not, that's what I am.
Bingo! There you go.
That one.
2 points.
I also know a few of the chords for I Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor, so.
A few of the chords. There's just one power chord all the way through it. We can have a play. And the final question, is about a song.
A song, okay.
What is the next line of this song? He wears a smile for me and you. He got dressed up just for a few.
When he tells a joke, he's lived it too.
That is right. That is classy, man. Back there, Degree Gurns.
Cheers,
So,
Sam.
a possible 6 points. You got 3 points. That's not too bad.
Oh, there we go.
If you want, I'll just make everyone else's questions dead hard, so you're in.
I'll just make everyone else's 2 questions so they can't win at all.
Genius.
I
Folks love fairness.
ask everyone else that same last question as well. I bet no one else will get it.
Yeah, I had to look it up.
That was fun.
Listen to the song going, no, it's crap line. No, it's crap. I can't. What's that? That's a good back to a long time. Research went into this quiz. I'm a professional, damn it.
That was very good. I enjoyed it. Very engaging.
Now, I did ask you to if you'd prepare a song to play right now. If you haven't, that's fine. Right, okay.
I could always play Classy Man.
Have you got a guitar handy?
That's my guitar. And a pick, please.
Oh, this is
I am
welcome.
sat on the floor. I'm sat on the floor, like, so it's pretty hard to play. I'm going to make loads of excuses.
Just like any good rock star.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
like any good rock star, he's got a roadie to hand at all times.
Cheers. Okay, it's in tune. Okay. Join in.
This is Classy Man by Third Degree Gurns. Third Degree Gurns by Evan McDermott. Go.
Drinking through that hangover is not the best idea, she said. How are you still going? He said, frankly, it's through sheer strength of character with some fear of going home. It's not the house that I don't like, I'm just not good alone. He's a classy man who drinks James Beam, he stole a Marlboro from the Queen, and I regard is how he's seen. He wears a smile for me and you, he got dressed up just for a few, and he tells a joke, he's lived it too. That sounds cooler with the whole band there. She said, it's nice, you're self-aware, you've said too much for me to care, and I don't remember asking you to share. He popped the cork and hid inside, she's pretty but her makeup light, it's not like you're the only one who tried. He's a classy man who drinks James Beam, he stole a Marlboro from the Queen, I regard is how he's seen. He wears a smile for me and you, he got dressed up just for a few, he tells a joke, he's lived it too. And we'll call it there because we need the whole band for the next bit.
No worries. Evan McDermott, thank you very, very much. Speak to you soon, my bro.
See you later. Thank you.